Well, good evening from the 5.5 Legs Virtual Cigar Lounge. We welcome you to the show. So I'm here with Mort, Bones, and myself, Maverick. Welcome you this evening.
Welcome to our 100th episode.
100th episode.
Woohoo! We made it this far with the help of our guests.
Everybody.
A couple of them sitting in the green room right now. I don't know. They gave me shit. They gave me shit today. Like they said it was next week and this and the other thing. And who invited Kevin? And they're saying Kevin's everywhere and all sorts of shit. But it's them.
What can you say?
So we'll get some quick shit down before.
Okay.
We'll hit sports real quick. Joe Burrows.
Joe Burrows is out
for the
season with a double knee.
What, MCL and
ACL?
Yes, both.
I hate to see that. I hated to see it with Dak, and I think I felt more for Burrows than Dak because Burrows never got the chance to get his money.
Right.
Dak got some money. He didn't get all the money he wanted, but yeah, Burrows' first season, rookie.
Yep.
Yeah.
What, 4? No, he's 6 games in.
Now is he going to be able to get the rookie money after getting hurt like that? He should be okay. He should be able to, but we were talking, they were saying they didn't want him to come, they want him to sit out this season
and
next season and then come back the season after.
Yeah.
Well, that's to heal up that leg then.
Yeah, that's really, really healing it up. Because you're talking about all next season.
Yeah.
And then the following one.
That's a long
That's
time.
a long 2
this
years.
one, half
this season and then next
and
season.
then the next one, and
So
then
you're
come
talking
back in
about
2022.
about
22.
22 games almost.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time for that type of injury, but maybe he needs it. Maybe there was more to read into it.
Who scratched his titties?
That was Kurt. Look.
Oh,
See?
look at that.
Nice, Kerr.
Well, at least he's not doing what some people, what that one dude did on a Zoom call.
Oh, remember him? he didn't realize it was on, and he started
playing with himself.
Choking his
Did
chain.
you hear that?
What?
The guy in a Zoom call.
From NBC. NBC.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about that, yeah.
Started yanking his crank.
Yeah, man. Guess he couldn't wait.
Got all excited.
Yeah, spur the moment.
He's in a Zoom
Spur the
call.
moment.
Well, we're live on YouTube, too. Speaking of YouTube, what's going on?
What's going on YouTube?
If you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because if you're one of our subscribers by the time the show's over, we'll put all the names of people eligible on the wheel.
Yep.
And they will win the prizes for our 100th episode.
You have those?
The guests are welcome. The guests can win. Well, no, actually, they can't. The two of those are sponsors.
Yeah.
They can't do that.
It's not
Okay.
cool.
Oh, look, Armin did dress up. Look at that.
Oh, wow.
I'm impressed.
Did you see that?
Okay.
Look, Josh.
Oh,
Okay.
You want to just bring him on?
Dude,
Bring them. Bring them.
where they all are.
There they go.
There's no room for Gabby.
Oh, yeah, he'll put him right in the middle or something.
Is it okay if I grab a quick cup of coffee?
Do whatever you want.
Why did you say something? I didn't know I'm on. I'm on fucking TikTok. I look up and there I am on the.
What the fuck is
You
TikTok?
guys are the fucking best. I swear
Get
to
the
God.
fuck out of here! Say something. God, I'm just.
TikTok.
What is TikTok?
You don't know what TikTok is?
Dude.
That's the best introduction ever, right?
What? I guess we're too old. I don't know.
TikTok is kind of like Snapchat, but things get saved. Okay, kind of. It's kind of like Instagram for videos. I don't know.
So what are you
I think
videoing?
that's the best way you can describe it, Kev.
What were you videoing?
I was just watching. Oh, the TikTok. You don't get on TikTok. You'll be on there for 5 minutes, and the next thing you know, it's an hour later.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know what happened.
He needs to go back to work. Okay.
Kevin's not at work?
He's so bored during the freaking day. You got to see the videos he's putting out during the day. He's got
Wow.
nothing else to do.
I seen the dancing one.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, no.
That was
Why
pretty cool.
am I in the bottom where the cigar prop logo is?
Yeah, you should probably turn off your overlay. I know the overlays suck when you have 4 people on. That's one thing
How
I'm
do you turn
pissed.
that off, man?
Yeah, it's I've bitched at StreamYard about that.
I don't
The
know.
You can't turn
overlays
it off
are-
when you're in the middle of the show?
Yeah, you can turn it off. Yeah, just go over to your overlays. Just go over to your brand. And then go.
Kevin, give it the help desk. The help desk is live.
And then there you go.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin's all blindfolded. He's like, yeah, third icon down from the center.
Well, we wanted to have you guys on the 100th episode because between the beast, you guys, Gabby, Armin's new to.
Gabby's not here, so we can't
No,
give
he's
him
not.
props
He's
yet. And Armin is an empty chair.
Yeah.
Sure.
There you go.
But look,
I
he
just
got-
called.
Look, he got all dressed up.
Talking shit.
Yeah, so I'm wearing a tie. I'm wearing a tie.
Oh, he didn't
And a
know.
great shirt,
Kevin's
man.
shit.
Fantastic.
My tie has cigars on it. These are all cigars.
My guy has little Viagra pills on it.
Yeah.
He has cigars on it.
And
Yeah.
your shirt looks great, Kevin.
My
It
shirt
does.
has
It
cigar
does.
burn in it.
It looks nice. I've got the new one. Joseph came out with the black on black short sleeve. But the only thing I like the two big pockets up here. The one that I got from him only has like you can put like a pen in it. It's just
It's a
kind of
cigar. It holds a freaking cigar. Kevin.
No, it does
One
not.
cigar.
No.
A very thin, a Lancero.
Okay, a Lancero, yes, a pen or a Lancero. It does not hold. But I like yours. Like I said, this thing with the two big pockets and then the two. These are
Jennifer knows what she's doing.
that she does.
Nothing from
That
Armand.
that is Armin's cigar. All three of us are smoking a DAV.
Oh, you guys are.
I'm wearing the Stogie Roads T-shirt because I left it.
Right. Barry, you're all right.
Man.
I left my
You're good.
V35s at home. Kevin doesn't have a cigar yet, and I got a cap.
What the
here.
fuck? This is in my mouth. Yeah. It's,
No. Your own cigar. You don't have a cigar.
Yet.
Look, Kurt's talking about your T-shirt and Kevin's shirt, and I'm like,
I'm getting to you. You're so far away, and there's a water bottle in the way. It's kind of hard to
Kerry,
see.
never
Yeah.
mind. These guys are bringing a tear to my eye with all the support, the love and support. This is tremendous.
I love it. It's fantastic.
We should have had a cake, man. This is 100th episode. This is
I was
tremendous.
scratching making fun of me earlier. Hold on. I got to pull an Armin. Hold on.
Look who's here. Look at that.
Oh,
Hey.
my
He's
man.
dressed up too. Look at that.
Look at the good doctor. Dapper as hell.
I know. I wore a tie, and then he comes in strutting like that. You
Well,
know, just
What's
Yeah.
up, guys? Thanks for the invitation, huh?
Oh,
How are you,
thanks for
sir?
being here.
Thanks for you guys for being here. I didn't tell these guys yet, but I watched, and I don't know if Kevin
Hey, look at that.
but I watched the
BCA.
BCA yesterday.
Oh, wonderful.
I think you guys are 100 spot on the doing the podcast back the way it was and bringing the HERF to Friday nights in Zoom. It's all I'm on 2 or 3 a week, and we just sit there and bullshit and smoke and talk about anything from.
Barry, I'm not going to lie to you. It was my idea, and it took me forever. It was like pulling teeth to convince Kerry and
Well,
Gabby because all
Gabby
they wanted to
took
do was
credit
go
for
live
that.
on Facebook.
Or was he
Right.
pointing to you? Because he was pointing to somebody to the side, giving them credit for it. So I don't know.
I'm full of shit.
Hey, guys, in honor of your show, I'm going to smoke a Big Tony.
No.
Oh,
You see, New Yorkers got the same expressions, man. Orange.
I know.
I am smoking the Stogie Road Edition
Oh.
35. That's what I got. That's what I got
Oh, that's
today.
great smoke.
That
That is
is-
great smoke.
that definitely does not suck.
It doesn't suck. The best review I've ever gotten.
What are you smoking, Gabby?
This cigar does not suck.
Cool.
So, Kerr, you're going to have to make sure that you put that on your next advertisement. Cigar Prop says it does not suck.
Actually, I did when I first released a cigar. This was a part of my advertisement.
That's funny.
So what are you smoking, Gabby?
This is a cigar from the guys over at Mountain Rose. You know the guys in, I think, West Virginia?
Yeah.
James? This
Yeah.
is their house blend. It's fantastic, man.
You got some Deliverance?
Yeah, I was just going to say. I think he was going to say.
The
What's
guys
it
from
called?
Deliverance?
The guys from Deliverance, West Virginia.
Yes, man. I don't
So-
usually enjoy OPCs, other people's cigars, but this one's good.
You know what OPC? Yeah, you know me.
So big news. Anybody got on the Aroa break in? Everybody agree it's inside. Got to be inside information. steal everything.
Steal everything. Stole everything.
Hold on, let me mute my mic.
I'm really good friends with all 3 generations of the Eidoas and the Kafatis, which is Christian's mother. Christian's mom is my wife's aunt, let's say.
Yeah.
Because they're Christian's grandmother or mother's side of the family, they're a very old coffee family in Honduras. And my wife's side of the family, that's the same side of the family, the oldest coffee family in the whole country. So Christian, man, it's like it's shit luck. You know, I think in this day and age, 2020, man, there's so many security measures you can take to protect your assets.
Yeah.
I think the easiest one is just surveillance cameras.
Yep.
And I don't know.
I'm just a truck driver, warehouse. I mean, there's just God. You know, every time you hear about one of these, you know, you had the lighters. You had there was a couple break-ins down in Miami. You know, people get in, they get out, they take everything, and it's like
it's because they know where everything is.
They got Bugatti too a little while back, didn't they? Well, the Bugatti lighters and stuff.
Yeah, the Bugatti lighters, and it's just you know,
that's
just
sad, man. I hate seeing that.
Even like a UPS guy dropping stuff off, you just never. I don't know.
Then coming back and getting it later on.
Can we get a better picture of that?
Yeah.
I don't know. You can try some of the other.
Kevin, you're describing some scenes from Goodfellas.
Yeah, that's what it is. I don't know. You know, it's just because you always hear about these, and they're never these smash and grabs. Like, you know, they come in, they grab handfuls of stuff. You know, every time you hear about one of these, they just wipe them clean, and it's like
terrible. It's terrible.
How does that? You know, but like Dr. Caffey said, how does that happen in 2020? You know,
right?
Man,
it's like an Ocean's 11, but only they're not looting us.
Listen, man, you know, like
a casino. They're going after a cigar factory. It's.
But how are they going to get rid of all that stuff? It's going to be hard.
It's very easy. You just take the bands off and you sell it to the Cuban black market.
All right.
I was thinking the same thing. It's got to be hard, and Dr. Caffey's like, no, it's actually quite easy.
It's pretty easy. It's simple like that.
There's actually look. I might be dressed nice, but I'm still going to be me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. What are you drinking tonight?
There's a guy. What was that, Barry?
What are you drinking tonight?
Shit. Nice reminder. I'll grab something in a second. There are people that have gone to jail in Miami for printing Fuente Opus X bands. There are people that have gone to jail in Miami for printing Cuban cigar bands. And God bless them, bro. It's, you know, to each their own. I won't give them the glory of mentioning their names, but there since let's say in the past 2 decades, 3 people have gone bye-bye and come back.
Oh.
And started again, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, it never ends. It never ends.
Well, if you go on eBay and you see your box being sold for $20, you know who has them.
Yeah. Some cigar club's going to be fire selling them.
Kerry, look at you, man.
Well, I had to take my hoodie off. It was getting a little cold, but I want to take my hoodie
up,
off and be properly dressed
Look
for the
at this
season.
guy.
You look.
Speaking about taking it off, tell us about December 13th real quick.
Yes.
Well, December 13th, we are going to be doing a live show at 3:30 in the afternoon from the Stogie Road rest stop in the Stogie Road studios. As Kevin taught me how to properly introduce my settings. Wigs for Kids. We're going to have someone come in, and I'm going to donate my hair.
Please do.
Yeah.
I look like I should be in a movie with Nick Nolte, right?
Or you should be Nick Nolte.
Actually, right now you look like the dude.
Yeah.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
That's right.
Can I get me a Caucasian man?
Best movie ever.
So I'm gonna be doing that. So we're gonna have someone come in, cut my hair,
How
cut it
short
all
are
off.
we going?
What's that?
How short are you going?
Bald.
He's going to me bald.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Doing both
all the way
balls.
down all the way down. And then also on my page, and I'll also post it here. We are doing kind of this simultaneously raising money for the LLS. So we're going to be doing donations, accepting donations for the LLS.
Cool.
And so
We're going to have to hem your hats.
Already done.
I know, right? I am gonna have to do something about my hats. It's gonna be like Uncle Fester hanging on my head, but that's what we got going on December 13th. CARES Cut for a Cure, and we're gonna donate the hair to the Wigs for Kids, and then we are also donating or raising money for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and we're really excited about that day.
Good job.
Not that this will make your day, but I told the wife I'm going to South Carolina on the 13th of December, and she said, "You can't. You got to watch the house." That's when they're going. All the women planned a girl trip that weekend without saying anything.
Oh no, they said all they were going to say about it.
What happens to your house? You live in a rough neighborhood?
I was gonna say.
I mean,
No,
we
but I
leave your house all the time.
It's a long story, but I got
We lock
four
our
animals-
doors where we're from.
I got 4 animals that aren't ours
Okay.
that we got stuck with from kids. So
Ugh.
I can't find any because the person that only watches the house is going with.
At least they're not tuners.
Caleb, actually, I think I'm gonna have to really wash my hair and not smoke a cigar all day long, so it doesn't smell like smoke.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, you can put some Febreze in it.
Kevin, does Without have a spray? Can I take that
They-
powder and make it into water and mix it with water?
They do have that. They have a spray. So I'm gonna have to get with you, Care, and find out where your joke. Because Gabby wants to donate her hair. She just got all her hair locked off. She's got like a full foot of hair, and she brought it home because she wants to donate it.
Yeah.
So I'll get with Jessica and we'll get with.
We'll see if Kelsey, the girl's gonna be cutting my hair. If she has extra paperwork, we'll let you know and maybe send it down to you.
Okay, or I can just mail you her hair. I don't know. That's
You can mail her hair. That's fine. It's a little odd.
All right. Yeah.
Put it in an
Will that
envelope.
have to go through customs?
Throw a couple cigars in there too, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Just make sure it doesn't. Just make sure it doesn't get into the hands of a Cuban Santeria.
You guys,
Yeah, there'll be the black market Cuban Merkin.
Kevin, you're already behind the power curve, man.
Oh man, that's funny. I
I
watched.
already gave up the info.
Okay.
So you're not going to South Carolina.
No.
Well, you definitely don't want that hair ended up in one of these New Orleans places where they do the voodoo dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? I don't believe
Actually,
that
that
shit.
would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
stupid.
cool, really.
Yeah,
Voodoo dolls.
Hey, sit here and watch Kerr
Ooh,
on.
I don't have one in that.
Let's see what happens here. Watch Kerr.
Listen,
Doll yet.
I have enough people who dislike me, and I'm fine so far. So,
No.
No, I think
Nah.
so no,
like-
Armin put his Carrie voodoo doll in his top drawer before he got on.
yeah, but I was doing other things with it, kid.
I don't know
You knew that was
who should
coming
feel.
out.
I don't know who should feel awkward about that, me or you.
Yeah.
You got me, bro.
Talk a little bit more about Mr. Star Drop dancing in the latest video.
I see Boston Jimmy. Is Boston Jimmy going to donate his COVID beard? I don't know.
I was
I
gonna
don't,
say.
wow, right
you
on.
know,
Boston
that
Jimmy.
that's nobody wants beard hair.
Yeah, actually, he could just shave the beard hair and just donate it just for the viewers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy, actually, it depends on who you utilize. I know that there's some folks that do have a minimum hair length. I know with Wigs for Kids, I think 7 inches is the minimum. I think mine is about 8.5 right now. That's what she said. And
yeah.
Yes,
And I
no,
think-
You were talking about kids. I wouldn't know who
No,
was going to
she
go
didn't.
there but yourself. And I'm like, I don't want to say it, but he's talking
Give or
about
take
kids.
5.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's other places that I think is 10 inches as well. It just depends on the company, because they kind of figure out what size wig and who they can make it for. So I think 8 to 10 inches, they can make a wig for like a short hair for like a young boy or girl.
My daughter did locks of love one time. I think they were 10. I think they were minimum of 10 inches.
Yeah, locks of love is a little bit longer. Yes, you're right, Bones.
Why? I guess,
And those wigs don't end up being 10 inches. The hair doesn't end up being 10 inches long because they got to trim it and
all that good stuff.
like that. Yeah.
but I think that any organization that does that is fantastic because kids can be cruel to other kids for absolutely nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Very
not right. When's the Big Tony coming out?
This show is about your 100th episode, not about new releases.
It's about whatever.
It's about all of it. It's about all of it.
Coming soon. Coming soon.
Night as Armin was for tonight.
that could just be, an exclusive. We had it on our 100th show when it's coming out.
Jimmy, I don't need any more hair, Jimmy. I can shave the hair on my ass and have more hair than Kerr has on his head. So I don't need any more.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me have a visual of that.
I may have to defer to the doctor on that one. There might be a problem. It's I'm just saying.
Little one.
That's
Little
part
one.
of Sicilian.
Yeah.
Little bit. Coming soon, though, guys. The Big Tony will be coming soon. And the Sandella, the San Andreas Candela barber pole as well. That'll be coming soon.
I'm excited, bro.
That's a dream, man. I'll tell you what, I got to give a shout out to Gabby and and Oscar, the folks at Tabacalera Cafe, and Tabacalera San Geronimo. Fantastic job, man. Fantastic job.
How are they doing, Dr. Caffey? Have you talked to your family?
we talk multiple times a day. Thanks for asking. We're doing good. We're blessed. A lot of the cigar factories were okay because where they're located, higher elevation, away from the main roads, bridges, things like that, rivers. But it's really sad, man, because it hit very close to home. A lot of Honduras is a country with, Pacific and Atlantic, and in between you got 5,000-6,000 foot tall mountains.
Right.
So the mountains, as the storms come from the from the Atlantic, the mountains block off the wind, so the rain dumps and it tends to flow over both sides.
Okay.
I'd say it's like a 60-40 split. On the east, you saw the flooding.
Right.
That was all on the east side. On the west side, it's all compacted into rivers that they're not designed to. I'll put it bluntly, all right? People that are poor tend to live close to freshwater access, right? Rivers. So you'll see a lot of their homes, and I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people living 10, 15, 20 feet above the river level.
Oh, man.
So when these rivers go up 30, 40 feet, it's
devastating.
Yeah, there's about early reports said 1 million people homeless. Now I'm hearing 2 million. Honduras has 9.5 million people.
Wow.
The fundraisers that we're involved with, it's like I think if each one of us can help one person, it's a start.
Yeah.
The damages Honduras suffered is $50 billion worth of damages. So, my sister's involved with a foundation called Operación Frijol. Frijol in Spanish means a bean, like a red bean, that you would eat, right? It's the main food, one of the main food groups in Honduras. And Operación Frijol has raised my sister, her 2 children, they're 14 and 12. And then we got involved, and I think we've raised close to $300,000. But
very nice.
It's impressive, but it's so little.
It's just a draw. I mean, we talk about $50 billion. You talk about $1 million. It is just a drop.
The entire airport on the north coast is gone. There's 2 main airports in Honduras. The one on the north coast it's gone. Let me explain. I think a photo explains things a lot better than.
Maybe we can get Biden to print up another trillion and send it out.
Wow! Look at that.
Wow!
Oh, wow!
So that's the airport. It's literally 20 feet underwater.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Gone.
That's the airport you fly into when you go to Honduras?
No, the airport that I fly into is called Don Contin, right? Excuse the name, but it's in the city of Tegucigalpa. And the North Coast has another airport called San Pedro Sula. So it's just tough, man. We can't go down there. I'm not even going to attempt to go down there. You got to get tested before, get tested after. There's been a couple guys that have gone down, but you know what? It's not worth it because I'm going to put people in danger. The country ran out of oxygen. Their hospitals are full. I've got several relatives that are doctors down there, so it's not like I have information from my brother-in-law who's an ICU doctor at the main hospital, and he's like, "Don't come." It's so bad, you guys, that he went and bought oxygen tanks and equipment to set up triage rooms in his own home in case the family gets sick, because the hospitals they're done. They're not done, but they're
Overwhelmed.
overwhelmed. Yeah, I'm overwhelmed. Yeah.
Well, they got a double bang because they got hit less than a month after a first major storm.
Yeah.
Weeks, wasn't it? And people complain about stuff that goes on over here. We got it made compared to that place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, Dr. Kathy, I mean, I'm not familiar with Honduras, Nicaragua, the weather, hurricanes. Is that a pretty common, or is it like Florida? Sometimes we'll get 5, and then we go a decade and not get any. What's the
Honduras gets hurricanes once every 20 years.
Oh, okay.
But these were very strange. Like Hurricane Mitch 25 years ago, it hit the island of Roatan on the north coast, did a lot of damage because of the rain. It's the rain that affects us, Kevin. You know, it's not.
Yeah. I was listening to Jonathan Drew this past Saturday, you know, and he'd said a lot of the crops weren't affected. One thing that they're being affected is all the moisture. They're not able to roll. It's just they're so much moisture, so much standing water, you know, and that's, you know, he was saying that the humidity. He goes, you're going to start seeing some hiccups coming from some manufacturers down in Nicaragua, anyways.
Yeah.
You know, in the next 30 to 60 days. Is Honduras the same way? You know, is the humidity an issue?
No, because Nicaragua has different valleys, and it's a lot warmer, a lot more humid. It's more towards the Pacific, and what happens is that because the soil is a lot darker in Nicaragua. You guys have all heard about volcanic soil. So it tends to absorb a lot of sunlight, a lot of rays. So just like the surface temperature throughout Nicaragua, you go to Managua and it's like Miami during the summer. Whereas you go to Tegucigalpa and it's a city that's maybe 2,600 feet above sea level. We like to say in Tegucigalpa we have California weather. So as you're going to Danlí's halfway between Tegucigalpa and Estelí, right? You kind of start leaving that California weather and you start getting a little more warmer and a little more humid, but never like Nicaragua. Nicaragua is special. You could not live there and be happy. Great place to make cigars, but to live there, it's a hot box, man. And I know my wife's family's from there. Her grandmother, we used to go visit her all the time. Her grandmother's house was literally a block and a half away from Joya de Nicaragua. I mean, going back 20, 25 years, probably 20 years. I'm not not that old.
Yeah.
But I remember going to Vivian's grandmother's house, and Joya de Nicaragua wasn't really that well known. Their products were kind of like very traditional, very old style, just plain simple wood boxes. And I started smoking I think it was the Antaño back then. It was a strong, gritty cigar, but you could taste the difference between Nicaragua and Honduras. I always was fascinated with all that stuff. And that's Alejandro Martinez's Vivian's uncle. So it's like, shit, if I fuck up in tobacco, it's because I'm an idiot, you know?
So the ash holes. Let me ask you guys a question. 100 episodes. How long did it take you guys to get to 100? I don't.
Almost a little over 2 years.
2 years.
We take, we're like you. We take Christmas off sometime.
Yeah.
Given
COVID break.
We kind of figured, okay, we started this day, and we went to this day, and then we took. Is it exactly the 100th?
Yeah,
Are you ballparking it?
Yeah.
Oh, ballpark. All right.
Yeah. So,
well, I mean,
we 102.
We were part of another show with another, another cast of characters.
Listen, man, with this,
Going to be 1,000 shows then, right?
If this is only 98 or 99, I'm going to be pissed.
I was gonna say.
No, it's titled 100, so we're good.
yeah, we're good.
Hey, Armin,
It's 100.
Yeah,
with this election we just had, don't ballpark shit, bro.
I know.
Yeah. There's no. Yeah. We're gonna want to recount. So.
If that's the case, I would have said 150. But hey,
So, are you guys happy? Are you happy where you're at?
Absolutely.
100 episodes later.
I didn't think we'd make it 50.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think it could be better, and with the help of you gentlemen, it will be. You know what I mean? So, it's pretty cool. I think it's really cool.
Look how far you guys have come.
Yeah.
You guys started in Bones Garage.
I'm just going to say from
Yeah,
from
we
a
did.
personal perspective, as far as the show goes, we've grown not only just the three of us together, but the people that we've met along that journey.
Yes, big time.
Have been
Big time.
amazing to us. We would have never met some of these people along another path if it would have been if that's what fate took us. So I think we're in a good shape. I think we're in a good place, and we look forward to 1,000 more. And
We don't.
if we get there,
Yeah, we don't look to get. We don't want to get as big as the guy in the middle there.
oh, I know.
We can't get that big.
oh, he's untouchable.
I'm not in the middle.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
This is a lot of work. So people always say, "Oh, I want to get to where you're at." What watch your words.
I want to still talk about that dancing you were doing earlier.
That's too much of a headache. We
Yeah, it
all
was
work
disturbing.
full-time jobs. We do this because we're either going to be on TV doing it for other people and just hanging out, or sitting here and hanging out, or in the garage hanging out. So why not just do
We're
this for an hour
we're
a
gonna
week?
do a winter here anyway from Bones' new deck. I would hope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We got the fire pit out there, and
Nice.
We're going to get
and-
that fire stick working this week.
and
get the Wi-Fi
that
stick.
would be a real nice winter addition to come through there with maybe a sweat hood on or something like that, where we may need it, and just do a winter edition, like I said, from Bones' deck,
what?
which would be cool.
Winter.
Sweat hood.
Sweat hoodie. A hoodie.
Yeah,
Sweatshirt.
I was wondering if anybody else is going to be like, what did he
That's
say?
a hybrid. That's a hybrid of a sweatshirt and a hoodie.
Well,
Right. Thank
Sweat
you.
hood.
Thanks for interpreting that for us, Eric.
Listen, I came outside of Philly, so I can understand some of that Philly talk.
Thank you.
So as long as you guys are having fun, that's what it's all about. And I'm like you guys. I love meeting people. All the people that all of us. I mean, we're all here together because of this thing right here, this cigar. And I love like you guys. I just have fun and care, and everybody just we have fun interviewing people, meeting new people. But look at Armin. Who would have thought in a million years Armin would be best friends with Lars Teetons? Who would have thought that?
Best friends.
Yeah.
I was just as shocked as you are, man.
Kevin, do not make me grab that guitar and start doing some dipping and smashing, bro.
No
Or
guitar.
imagine Carrie and Lars like Simon and Garfunkel doing a duet.
I would too in a heartbeat, man. Lars is
Yeah.
cool.
But Kevin, tonight my daughter said
Oh,
something.
Gabby's going for something.
My daughter,
I know.
Drink. My daughter
Shotgun.
said, you need to start doing Twitch and doing all this. I said, I like sitting and just BSing, and I'm not the interview, giving the or performing the interview. Being the interviewer. I don't like as much as just sitting and bullshitting and answering somebody else's questions. I'd rather answer the question than ask the question.
So Dr. Cappy's like, screw this. I'm getting a drink. I'm done with
it gets tough, being the interview. I mean, Kara's been doing it, I think, longer than all of us. It's just, how many times can you ask the same questions or find the different information, and it's a lot of work.
You got to get different people. That's why. That's how it works, guys. I'm no rocket scientist.
There we go.
Jameson, right on.
I got 2 bottles of that at home.
But you know what? Going back to Lars, though, that was probably one of the. Kevin mentioned about everybody kind of getting together, and it's because of the cigar. That was a surreal moment, because I remember being in my 20s, late 20s, working for Enterprise Rent-A-Car and going into a cigar shop and picking up one of his cigars and smoking it for the first time.
That was a fantastic interview.
It was surreal. It was like, oh my God. It was like, that's a guy's, how many years later, we won't count them, but here he is, we're talking to him, and I remember smoking his cigar.
So you were like, dude, you were my first.
Yes, Lars was my first. I must say that. That's I don't know.
I just watched I think it was on YouTube a couple of days ago. He did a video on like a COVID-19. He did a COVID-19 parody on something, and it was hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was flipping funny.
Interesting.
So we're gonna review this or what?
I
don't need to review it. I'm smoking it. So
It's very delicious.
Which one do you have?
The El Presidente.
The El Presidente.
Oh, Mestizo, the black label?
all of them, red labels.
Oh, you got red.
Maroon label.
Burgundy.
Yeah, the Habana Clásico.
The Throne.
Nice.
The
Beautiful.
Habana
I'm enjoying it.
Well, the next bundle you send me, I'll get the black one.
Mestizo.
Whatever you like.
Damn good
You just-
cigar.
Done.
Good
Mestizo's
cigar.
all right,
After I
man.
get the big Tonys.
Oh,
And,
yes.
Yeah. He's like, I'll
Yeah.
smoke more of yours after I get something else.
And the
Doc Caffey's.
Oh, he's got one too. He's rubbing it in. We want the twisted ones from Doc. I can never pronounce it. I can't roll my R's.
Don't make me go get a
You
Sandela.
talking about the culebra?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the
Oh, the
Culebra.
Culebra.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Culebra.
Did I say that right?
I don't.
they'll be
Sounds
here.
good.
Culebra.
That's all right, Mav. You filled it up. You filled it up, Mav. It's okay.
I'm trying. Give me a break.
Yeah.
I'm from there.
Hey, listen.
I'm 13 years removed.
It's music to my ears.
Look at this. We got. Thanks for serving, Graham.
Fine young gentleman. I had the pleasure of meeting Graham for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he just had a jump again the other day. He had
You don't
a
know
jump.
if he's the victim in witness.
He's obviously
protection or
he's
the
obviously
hitman.
jumping to comedy right now with his
Yeah,
comment.
yeah.
That's very funny, Graham.
I love it.
Stick to jumping out of airplanes, Graham.
I'll ask him when I ask my father-in-law, he was a 101st Airborne. Why would you jump out of a perfectly safe airplane?
That's what my dad did.
Yep.
You know what they
I don't
gave
get it.
my dad $50 more a month to be airborne from whatever his salary was at the time. But for him to jump out of airplanes in the 82nd Airborne, he got $50 more a month. So he says, "I'll take it."
Dude, it's a lot more now.
It's business.
I'll tell you that much.
You know what I mean? So that was pretty crazy back then.
It's like $300 more.
It's all
a month
business.
now.
And it was
Yeah.
he was one of the first ones to jump out of a glider.
God bless anybody
Yeah,
that
82nd
does that. Me,
Airborne.
I get airsick standing on a thick carpet, so never mind. You're never going to see me jump out of an airplane.
We were at the when we went to visit Graham, we went to the Airborne Museum, and they had a couple of those gliders in the museum,
Oh,
or they had a
wow.
glider in the museum, and
Yeah,
that
they're
was
amazing.
just and you're like, oh my god, just the guys jumping out of a glider.
Would you guys ever
Yeah.
do that? Any of you? Because now it's like a fad here on Long Island.
my
These guys
brother
are
had,
literally going on their
about 5
birthday
years
or
ago.
whatever. They're jumping out of airplanes and getting
No.
it all on video. Like,
Absolutely,
You know,
absolutely not.
yeah, my brother has the video of it. Him and a friend of mine said, "Let's go do it," and they did it on a spur of the moment. And my brother's friend, whose name's Eddie, he said to the guy he was jumping with, "Give me all you got," which was a mistake because he gave him all he got, and he was sorry he said that.
Jumping out of an airplane? How do
He
you
was-
get? Oh,
yeah,
flipping and stuff. Okay.
Your tandem, yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering
yeah,
how did
he was giving them and spinning them and everything else, and he was saying, "I'm sorry, I made that statement."
no
I don't know if
thanks.
I do that because the guy the guy is behind you. So if you tell the
Yeah.
guy behind you, give me all you got, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
was-
if I, you know.
I was,
Yeah, right,
That's a-
you're right.
I was going there, but I didn't want to. I figured
No
we're
way,
keeping it
fellas.
clean,
I know
Kevin.
my luck. It would be like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I jump out with a knapsack instead of a parachute and silverware.
There's
No way.
Wile E. Coyote.
It's hard to
Yeah.
get me in an airplane, let alone jump out of one.
About 30 years ago in my life, I wanted to
No.
do all that stuff
No.
because I was.
Yeah.
I was thinking
A
about
lot
doing it,
younger
but I
and a lot
just
better
I just
shape.
don't have the nerve yet.
Wow.
No, there's no
I'll
need
pay
for
for it
it.
if you do it.
I'm
I
out.
make it, you hear that offer, right? He'll pay for it if I do it.
'Cause Gabriel-
I'll wait for you on the ground.
Does she really?
Yeah. Oh, she
Yeah.
wants to go. She wants to go up in the C-130 in the storm. She wants to go in a hurricane in the storm.
I'd do that.
No,
No, I don't know about no
No,
storm.
no.
Yeah. When's the last time one of those crashed? No, that's probably pretty safe right there.
a couple months ago. Well, not one of ours. Not one of ours, but one of the
You sorry you asked that question.
one of the C-130s they used to
It was
fight the
going to-
fires out of Colorado.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about like the hurricane.
full of
That's what they
water.
do for a living. That's what they do. You know.
But believe it or not, before I got down here, I thought they always went up and over and down in. No, they go right.
I go through it.
They go right through the wall, man, and then ping around inside the eye.
Yeah, I'm good.
Gabby, what are you doing down there, Gabby?
What did you roll?
Is that a technique? What do we? I don't know what I'm like. Is he rolling his own cigar right
I
now?
was like, wait a minute.
He's getting a little bit of his bourbon on the.
What's your rolling, man?
He's got some of them nugs, Kev.
Before we change the subject, the reason I'm being real quiet about the airplane talk is because of my Middle Eastern background. I'll just lay low on this one.
No, yeah, that's crazy. I just don't.
Yeah, Gabby on the plane. I'm like, I got you. I got you.
I'm gonna put this band in my my booklet that Moore gave me.
It's a real good
Yeah,
smell.
it
He
is
gave me
good
that a
book.
couple of years ago.
I
Remember
do
that
like
booklet
this. Yep,
you gave
yep.
me?
Hey,
You
so
save all the bands and stuff like that, and the dates, and I'm gonna
so
put that. in
did
my
you guys
book.
do anything special for your 100th episode together besides doing your show?
I went to my last physical therapy appointment today.
Hey, right on.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I refinanced my truck and all my cards.
And I
So no,
I
we didn't
worked.
do anything together.
No,
yet,
we didn't
so-
do anything. We didn't get a cake.
You guys are
or nothing
depressing
like
for being 100 show.
I'm taking
I thought you would go to like to a Chinese
later when I get home.
Wow.
that.
Chinese.
We take care of the episode later
Yeah.
for 5 minutes anyway.
Hey, 5 minutes is better than nothing.
Wow, that's true.
What'd you say, Gabby?
I said no Chinese massage parlor, nothing like that.
Oh, it's
You know what? Now that
That's
you
why
mention
Bones refinanced everything.
Yeah.
that may sound like an idea.
We
Yeah.
probably
We don't have any around here anymore.
They
closed
shut
They
all
closed all them
the
down.
They closed them all down.
If you find one, just avoid the hot rocks. I don't recommend the hot
Yeah.
rocks.
Really?
That shit's really
I'm
hot.
intrigued.
Yeah, he's not lying. Them rocks are hot. You know, and you don't get used to them.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, all
Yeah.
right, I smell bacon. What's going on?
Yeah.
Where the hell they put
I
those rocks,
kinda
guys?
get used to them.
Speaking of bacon, I started reading Fred's book, Kevin.
Oh,
It's hilarious.
it's a great. Fred Rui is he is just an incredibly smart
I can't
guy.
remember- What's the name of the cigar company again? that he had?
He owned Nomad before he sold
Nomad.
to I
It's-
forget who Fred sold to.
Carrie
It's one
knows
of
the
those-
guys.
it's
The
one
guys
of
that
those
sell
books.
cigars online with a lot of gimmicky stuff. You know, with weird cigar bands, wire, machine gun.
Ezra Zion.
Ezra Zion.
Thank you. Yes, Ezra Zion. Wonderful.
It's one of those books that it's good. It's fun reading, and it's bathroom material is what it really is.
What book's that?
It's called
So long, and thanks for the bacon.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of a play on.
I thought you were.
The Hitchhiker's Guide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Bones, you said, "Hey, speaking of bacon, I read that book. I read Kevin's book, and I'm sitting there thinking, are you talking about Kevin Bacon has a book?
He probably does. He's got everything else.
Yeah.
60
You know,
minutes of preparation, right?
Yeah.
It's a really good book, and then there's one part in the book he talks about pumpkins and pumpkin spice, and he doesn't believe in pumpkins belong in pies. And so he had, there's a thing, go
Fried
to the website.
pies?
Yeah. Go to the website and like savethepumpkin.com or something, and you can help sponsor a pumpkin. And I'm like, all right, for shits and giggles, I just Googled it, and it's a real website, and you can actually donate. So I donated it. It took me to his PayPal, and automatically, and I donated $2.25 to Fred, and he got it, and he's like, and I'm like, how often does that happen? He goes, it actually happens a couple times a year. People actually send them $2.25.
I want that kind of money. I want sponsor a pumpkin money, Kevin.
That's what you call passive income.
It is.
I must be living in a bubble because I had no idea pumpkins were endangered to begin with. Like, what the hell is that?
That's cigar prop. That's cigar prop money. You just sponsor pumpkins.
Yeah. We've got to hide all of our money somewhere.
I'm waiting for that commercial like they do.
Save the Steals.
For only a cup of coffee, you can save a pumpkin.
No, that is his commercial, Armin. He actually has a that link will take you to his website, and you can watch a YouTube video. And he's like, for only a couple of cents a day, you can save a pumpkin from going into a latte. And
hilarious. He must really hate Halloween then, huh?
Oh my God, that's great.
It's genius, but that's Fred. He is just a marketing guru.
That's how Cigar Prop launders their money.
All right.
Sponsoring pumpkins.
We'll have a talk with the BCA to see if we want to sponsor and save the pumpkins.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of saving, they pardoned a turkey today. Did you see that?
I didn't see. Did they just do one? Because they've been doing two.
Usually do two. Do what?
They just did,
They
did one today.
Okay.
Did Trump do it? Did he officially do the pardon?
They go
Corn
to
and cob.
some farm in Virginia or somewhere or something.
They do everything down in Virginia.
Trump did it.
Yeah. Okay.
This is more. Kevin can get in on this, but this is more for Kerr, Armin, and Gabby. I read an article today about which part of the cigar contributes the most into the flavor profile.
I'm not going to answer that one.
The smoker's palate.
Yeah.
The retrohale.
Everybody always talks about wrapper, but and for me as a numbers guy, crunching the numbers, you look at how little wrapper there is compared to the bulk of the cigar, and it blows my mind that the wrapper is, contributes the most. And Fratello, Omar de Frias has a cigar, the Inverto and the Navetta, to where they made the cigar, then they flipped the wrapper and the binder on one cigar, and it completely changed the cigar 100%. And I'm like, all right, maybe that is true. Maybe the wrapper does contribute. But if you look at like square inches of material, you would think the filler contributes the most.
I'm a filler guy myself, but not really.
But when you smoke a Lancero, it's different than a regular cigar from that same.
Yeah, I would agree with the Lancero. Yes,
I know Doc said the retrohale, but I know that doesn't work for Kevin because I watched a video the other day.
Shut up.
Of him and Jess. You got on him for.
The conversation about the anatomy of a cigar and which contributes most to the flavor profile. Boston Jimmy's got a great point on the Vitola, right? The ring gauge. But here's the thing is it's all about which leaf component has the most natural oils preserved. And that's the whole idea with the wrapper. When you get a nice oily wrapper, a dark, that's where all the flavor's at. A lot of the filler tobaccos, you can... If Jimmy will know, this Ligero tobacco is very stubborn to burn. It's very thick. It's very dense. It's also got a lot of oils in it. And I think it's kind of like a 60-40 split. No, maybe 70. I don't know. Let me think. 70-30. Rolando Reyes Sr., some of the old Cuban greats would say 80% was wrapper. But my opinion is about 70-30. I think the wrapper's primary. I think the binder and half of the fillers are more for construction, for burn, for draw.
just what he's
and
saying.
complexity, but the filler, man, the ligero that you put in there is so important. If you have a cigar with no ligero, it's the most boring cigar in the world. Unless it's a freaking lancero, then the wrapper takes over. But I think it's 70-30. I think it is.
Okay.
I've played a lot with it's the oils on the wrapper. That's why if you break apart binder, filler, wrapper, filler tobaccos are $5 to $7 a pound. Binders, what? Let's say 8 to 12. Really, really good binders going to be, let's say 15, 16. Once you get into wrapper tobaccos, you're in the $18 to $42 range because you're talking. That's the silk of the cigar.
Okay. Now, have you ever because I've never seen it out there, but have you ever tried, or will it even burn properly, of just a cigar, a puro of just wrapper tobacco? Can that actually be made and burn properly?
It won't draw.
Oh, it won't. Okay.
It's got no rough, so it's just gonna fold over itself like a smooth tortilla. It's just gonna roll over. It doesn't draw at all.
Oh, okay.
So you need those rough textures inside the filler to help
for the
it draw.
air to go.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it just I've never tried it. I've smoked the puro, like when we're sampling tobacco. I'll smoke the individual leaf separately. Wrapper tobacco, man. I think Christian Eiroa made a cigar years ago called the Triple Maduro. Yeah, and it was but still, he respected the binder, filler, wrapper structure, composition. He didn't really just go with the same wrapper and all the layers.
There you go, Armin.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what I did this morning. I gave away.
Really appreciate that.
That's the plural. That's the plural of the mestizo.
I was in the gas station this morning getting coffee, and these two young, how do I say, black kids, landscapers, were getting their drinks and their coffee, and they said, "Can we have a couple of Black and Miles, please?" I said, "Hold on a second." "Hold on a second. Let me go get my humidor out of the truck, my travel one." I gave him two good cigars. I said, "Try these, the V35 and the coffee I gave him in Connecticut." I said, "Try these," because I said,
and they ain't going to go back.
You're not going to want to smoke those anymore.
Well, it depends on what they were using them for.
Is Barry smoking a roach?
No, I'm smoking.
Not yet.
I'm smoking.
Not yet.
Somebody told me this once before. I was in the shop. We were in the shop, and we had Doc Rodriguez was there smoking the GTO, and it was so good. I said, "Would you be disrespected if I use a toothpick so I can get everything?" I wanted everything. So this was something. Okay, these guys are going to give me a hard time for this. I won this from Cigar Prop.
Oh, nice.
I'm a little suspect of Kevin's giveaways.
Because you never win. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's number one.
He gives away a lot of shit.
Yeah, and you get like 40% of it.
No,
That's an understatement.
because you want to know how big he is now. He's so big, he's like a radio station. You can only win once every 30 days.
I think my 30 days is about up.
Yeah. We love giving stuff away. Like I said, starting this past week, we're giving away 2 prizes away. We just get so much from these manufacturers that send us so many cigars, so much swag. We just push it out. We just give out as much as we can.
It's very nice you do that.
And the little people like us and everybody else that smokes and watches your show appreciate that stuff.
Big time.
Yeah, it's like we just got in the new brick house of the Culebras. They sent us 3 of them. We didn't even keep one. We just gave them away. It's just
I didn't win that one.
Well, we haven't given it away yet. There's still a chance for people to win it.
He's still got a chance, huh?
Well, you got to watch the show and go on and do what he tells you.
Just send it to Bones, Kevin.
You got to listen.
Stop the pomp and circumstance. Just
we have 3 of them. So
you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, there's a chance. plus, I really, because we have a Drew Estate Culebra, and I want to cut all. I want to smoke the whole thing, all 3 at the same time.
Well, we discussed that once before with Kerr and Doc on the show. I actually asked that question. Did you smoke both at the same time, or did you cut one at a time?
Shit, we'll sell a lot more of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They're supposed to be separated, right, Doc?
Gabby,
Yeah.
instead of using a ribbon, you should have just used some natural tobacco to wrap it and just encourage people to smoke
Oh,
all
no,
three at
man.
once.
Yeah.
We talked about that, but we purposely used the ribbon so that people will be forced to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't want to go into it because look, it is a damn good cigar. You should smoke a Culebra. You'd be amazed.
They're really good.
It's a Panatella. It's a small ring gauge. The draw is fantastic. And it looks like somebody sat on your cigar, so when
You got to light it over here.
somebody's smoking in public,
So
you're like,
I can't remember who it was, but Kevin had it one time on his show. He had a bundle of cigars he got from somebody. It was just there's like 20 or 25 of them. They're just wrapped, and they were all different shapes. But when you take them out, they eventually, I think he said, go back to the original.
Yeah, that was the Yagua from J.C. Newman. They wrapped him in the palm leaves. Apparently that used to be a big thing.
Wow.
Do you remember that, Dr. Caffey, wrapping in the palm leaves and just bunching them all together?
So I trained under a guy, Reyes Sr., who back in Cuba when he was about 18, 19. He started rolling cigars at the age of 14, right? 14 to 18. His thing was to wrap a maza of cigars, which typically are called fumas, right? Let's call it an affordable cigar instead. I hate the word cheap.
Yes.
Affordable cigars wrapped in a bundle. And back in those days, I mean, they didn't really have, you couldn't go to a website and just buy the best, let's say, cellophane or wrapping paper or anything. So they actually got like royal palm fronds. And you guys have seen the husk that wraps around the tree.
Yeah.
They cut it, they soak it in water for about a week until it gets really malleable, and then they'll take it, they'll dry it, they'll cut it up, and they'll use it to wrap a cigar into a bundle.
Huh.
But it's a traditional Cuban way of preserving a bundle of cigars. And Rolando Reyes Sr. used to do that. I've got videos of him actually making them.
That makes more sense to me because the owner here just got like 84 boxes in the other day, whatever, and just all these boxes going in the garbage.
Yeah.
All the empty boxes. And I'm like, it just seems like such a waste compared to the old cardboard cigar box.
And they didn't have cellophane back then to wrap their bundles in either.
Oh, yeah.
Would
Gotta-
I'm gonna try to find a video.
Yeah.
I think the natural way would be better than cellophane. Cellophane.
Oh,
would-
yeah.
The moisture to stay and collect and put it in a Ziploc bag.
I'm sure
I'm looking for a video of Reyes making that masa when he was about 80, 85 years old. It's pretty cool, man. It's a piece of history.
So, Doc, you said you trained under him, so does that mean you can roll your own cigars?
No, I can't roll shit, but I don't even try. I know what I'm good at. In rolling cigars, I just don't have the patience. Nor am I'm not interested in learning. I'll be honest with you, because I think everybody that makes up a cigar factory brings something to the table. And when you have cigar rollers that have been rolling cigars for 10, 20, 30 years, that's like me trying to paint a painting. I won't dabble in shit it's not innate to me. But I've rolled cigars before. They don't look that good. But and then there's plenty of people out there. You could tell the real rollers. You watch their hands. Remember, I spent a lot of time in the OR, and you can watch people's hands and how they work the tobacco, right? And you can see the lesser fingers, the lower. I call these the lesser fingers, right? And when they're spreading out a tobacco leaf, you kind of see the way these fingers have just over the years just naturally gotten used to spreading the leaf. And then you watch certain rollers, and it looks like a gorilla is handling the tobacco leaf. So I walk around the factory floor, and just by looking at their hands and over the years how their lesser fingers have gotten used to. You guys are going to notice every cigar roller now, when they spread out a leaf, these fingers really do like a spanning out of the tobacco leaf. It's really beautiful.
Have to watch that.
It's only something that they have, and it's that didactic nature that I won't even. I'm 50 years old almost, man. My hands are used to doing other things. Armin, shut up.
Hey, I'm right behind you, pal. I got nothing to say.
You know, I didn't realize that until he says that, because when I went to Dominican Republic and went to Don Lucas Cigars, when you watch them, you don't pay any attention. But now that he's saying that, you see them where they just it's like second nature to them. It just happens. It's
really a beautiful, and you know what? And they're ambidextrous. So, a tobacco leaf, you can either depending on the veins, the way they sit, you need to roll it left-handed or right-handed. So their lesser fingers are trained to span out the tobacco. It's beautiful, man. It's like watching a movie. I mean, it's
work of art.
Oh, so your rollers actually roll, and I don't know, maybe it's that way in all factories. I always thought that you had left-handed rollers, right-handed rollers. For the different. So,
when you take a tobacco leaf and you deveinate it, right?
Yeah.
You've got the right side of the leaf and the left side of the leaf.
Yeah.
So when the cigar roller and the leaves are separated, right? But the cigar rollers all roll right and left. They all.
Oh, okay.
All of them, and it's part of the. I don't know how they do it, man. I honestly don't. That's why I won't disrespect them by, everybody goes, it's fun. You play around with the tobacco, you roll a shit stick, they're looking at you like, just pay the fucking bills, all right?
Gabby, Tommy was just asking, he had to grab a call, if it was a particular type of tree bark that you were referring to that they do in Cuba.
Royal palm.
What is it?
Royal palm tree.
Royal palm tree.
Royal palm. Wow.
Royal palm tree, Tommy.
So here's a photo, right, of the old Reyes cigars, and you can see a bundle in the background with the Royal Palm husk.
Oh yeah.
These are cigars from the 80s.
Amazing.
See, back in from 1985 to about 1998, 99, Reyes family cigars, Padron and Fuente, were the kings. And then after he got old and he started going downhill, he because he used to cater a lot to CI and JR and a lot of those massive accounts. And as he started getting old and stepping down, you started getting like the new guys coming around. Pepin Garcia, AJ Fernandez started filling in that void. So a lot of people don't remember Reyes because there's not a lot of talk about him today. But their cigars are still around. Right, Kerry? You've had a few of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I stopped by. Actually, I think I found them at CI in Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
That place is huge.
I've been to the one in the Dallas area.
Yeah.
They're building another one now, but
they just opened another one in Florida too, didn't they? Around by you, Kevin?
Yeah, they probably about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes for me. I don't want to go there. I've got too many friends in Tampa, and I don't want to disrespect them by going and being seen in a CI. There's so many great cigars. You got Jeff over at Corona, all of his locations. You got all of the great locations in Ybor City.
Yeah.
Tell him you thought it was a Cabela's.
Yeah. So it's it's just I don't know. As much as I intrigued, I would feel bad about going into that location. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if that makes sense or not. Just I don't.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want me to try to share a video clip of Old Man Reyes about 15 years ago?
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Let me see if I could do that.
No, I can understand that, Kevin. It's with the cigar shops I've been to. When you walk into the CI, it is like walking into a Cabela's.
Yeah.
It really is.
And in that area where I was visiting, it was after my brother's funeral. My cousins went down there, so we went, and it's the only cigar shop in that area. Especially it was right off the highway. but I know all of the CIs that they're building. I believe are kind of, they use that as their template, but it's massive. It's ridiculous.
It's almost too big.
It is. I've been in it a couple of times already. It becomes overwhelming because you're like a kid in a candy store.
It is.
Hey guys, are you able to see what I'm sharing or no?
No.
Not yet.
I think, Barry, I think you're supposed to go ahead and allow it in the back.
Who's what?
I can't see.
Oh yeah.
Let me know when it pops up.
You're gonna have to.
I could see it, but I can't.
Buried down in the bottom.
I can't get to it. Let me do something real quick. Hold on a second. Let me try
Just,
that.
I love talking about Reyes because, man, did it pop up?
No, but they're
Oh,
going.
I can't get to it. It's underneath.
All right.
It's underneath one of.
It's buried in the very bottom, and you can't get to add to the stream.
All right, no worries, man. I'll try. I'm
Can
sorry.
you expand that? See
This.
You sharing your screen, Gabby?
Click on that and see if.
Oh, there we go.
There, we got it now.
Here you go. See that? Here he is at about 80, probably 84 years old. The guy smoked maybe 8 to 10 cigars a day, woke up at 5 in the morning, went to bed like at 2 in the morning, literally.
God.
And that was a traditional way of. Here.
Wow.
Again, this is a pretty tough thing to do.
That almost looks like it could be spring loaded. It's so tight. You open it up and the cigars pop out.
Yeah, if you notice, he leaves a long string on one end because on that long string, that's where they used to literally put a handle so that when they're riding around in their bicycle, they could have 10, 20 of those over their shoulder, selling them, wherever they were going from spot to spot.
Wow.
Wow. That's what we need. That's what we need. I don't need the damn newspaper kid. I need the cigar kid.
Exactly.
Coming around on his
Deliver that
bicycle.
sucker right to your door, yeah.
I know.
Like
Yeah.
The old
$4.
days of delivering milk. Hey, here's your bundle of cigars for the day.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty.
What's interesting is when he first came to the U.S. in 1971, he lived in New Jersey. That's where the original Puros Indios factory was in Union City, New Jersey. I don't know if you guys know where that's at.
Yep.
And he spent 10 years doing the same thing. His first job was working in a garment factory sewing because he was really good with his hands. And on his way to work, he would literally hand out cigars from place to place. And Lou Rothman, Kevin, I know you know who he is.
Oh yeah.
He found out about this guy named Rolando Reyes who was riding around in his bicycle in New Jersey selling cigars that everybody was raving about. So one thing led to another. And I think about 5 years later, Reyes was producing about 5 million cigars a year for Lou Rothman.
Wow.
It's kind of the story of Rocky Patel's guy that used to drive the bus. Has the cigar.
Oscar.
What's that?
Oscar.
Or no, not Oscar. Is it
Oscar Valdares.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Reyes used to own
That was pretty neat.
Reyes owned a factory in Cuba called Aliados, and unfortunately, in Cuba, he was producing 8 million cigars a year. The government took it over, and he just decided to bail. He left.
Wow.
But yeah, Reyes' legacy is, for me, nothing close to Oscar Valladares. Reyes was, in my mind, I put him on par with a Alejandro Robaina, with a Jose Padron, the old man Padron, Carlos Fuente. These guys, Gilberto Oliva. This was the old rat pack of the cigar industry before the next generation came in. And the way they used to work was awesome, man. I mean, I remember stories of Gilberto Oliva sending Reyes containers of tobacco, and he would just say, listen, as you sell the cigars, just pay me back. You know, now I'd like to find somebody to donate my factory a container of tobacco.
Yeah, right.
That shit don't exist anymore, man.
Nope.
Sorry, Kev. I know times have changed, brother.
But yeah, we can. That's up to one more time before everybody gets off. Go to YouTube, subscribe. You want to be eligible for what we're giving away. I'll pull names tomorrow.
Are you not pulling them tonight?
Oh, dude. No, I can do that tonight. I got to work tonight. I'm off. I'm off till Monday. I'm a government worker.
I'll
Thank
see if
you.
I won.
Nice.
He's going to sit around and watch cigar prop stuff for free
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I'm off till Monday too.
Bone's gonna look up TikTok. You're not gonna see him for 3 hours.
I know.
My daughter wants me to get into Twitch for some reason. I don't know why, but
Twitch is useless.
that's what it's just one more thing to worry about. Man.
From the master, Twitch Jesus.
I do have to hit you up, Kevin, tomorrow about StreamYard. I got a question.
All right.
Can you broadcast from StreamYard without going live and then upload it to YouTube?
Yeah. Well, when you at the very beginning, when you hit that button that says go live, you can just record. So you can just do something recorded and then download it afterwards, or you can actually hit the record, have it go to YouTube, have it be private, and then you can make it public later on. So there's a couple different options.
Well, that's the easier way to do the No Bones About It or the Math Minutes and something like that instead of doing it on Facebook and then uploading.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That'll work. Yeah, we'll try that.
Well, guys, we do appreciate all the help you give us. We appreciate you coming on tonight.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
It's fantastic. I look forward to Friday night
Thank you.
at
Thank you very
7
much.
o'clock Central Time when we go to the BCA Virtual Cigar Lounge. Where'd they get that from?
Oh,
yes,
I don't know.
Yes.
You stole our name. You know we get a cut for that.
Yeah, we all get an end.
Yeah.
Except, listen, ours is a little different. You actually got to take a shower, dress nice, and show up like you're going out to a very high-end Davidoff cigar lounge.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the Stogie Road shirt just doesn't cut it?
It looks beautiful. I love the Stogie
That cuts
Road.
it. I'm working the door, Mort. I'll let you in.
Yes, yeah, I love it. That's the bouncer.
I love it.
Thanks. I know a guy.
I'll tell
I
you,
know a
Zoom
guy
is the
knows a
way
guy.
to go for you guys because you can get as many people on as you want. And if you're on a screen like this, you just scroll right and you can see whoever's in. You got maybe 4 to a page. Just scroll, you see who's sitting down, and everybody's BSing, and then pretty much whoever talks, it gets highlighted.
Yeah.
The square gets highlighted, so you just have to scroll through and see who's talking. But
Kevin, I love the tie, brother. I fucking love the tie.
Thank you. Like I said, it's got cigars on it. Jessica got me this tie. I figured I would dress up a little bit. This is the 100th
Gabby,
episode.
Kevin,
That's awesome,
Kerr,
man.
and
I appreciate it.
You've done
Armand,
well.
thank you for spending your evening with us, and thank you for being on our 100th show.
Brother,
Thanks
the
for having us,
pleasure and the
guys.
honor was ours. I mean,
Yeah.
the first time when Barry reached out and
Thank
said,
you.
we'd love to have you on for the 100th, I was really touched. Thank you, man. Much
Yeah,
appreciated. And here's to another 100.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, that's another 2 years.
Bones.
Good night.
Bones,
And
Bones, did I make you think that it was next week, even for a minute?
Yes, you did.
For a little bit. But I was like, no, man, I know it was
For a
long
minute?
week.
Like when you like when you thought the Macho Man did Kevin's commercials for about a minute?
That was
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Hey,
you
guys.
guys. Thank
I'm
you.
a gullible New Yorker sometimes, man.
Good night,
Thanks, guys.
fellas.
We
That's all right,
appreciate it.
guys.
Night.
Love you guys.
Good night.
Thank
Thanks,
you, man.
guys. Love you
Same
guys.
here, man. Love you all.
We'll see you, man.
All right, so for the assholes.
For the five and a
Five and a
half
half
legs
legs.
virtual cigar lounge, thank you for joining us for our 100th show. From Mort, Bones, and myself, Maverick, we bid you good night.
Later. Thanks, folks.
Good night.
This is getting long, man.
Yeah, in the broadcast, I think Kevin's hanging out for. And broadcast.